think there's any question that this car has been the fastest car today. Right? Early laps, Tony started fourth. He moved up. He took the lead, what, on lap 2? And has been out in front for more than a third of this race.
And you see, Tony's using less racetrack, which is a good thing. If you can go that fast, you're not sliding the car. Fellows, these guys behind him are using the curves. They're using a lot more racetrack than Tony is. Dave.
And just a reminder what a big pickup that was for this team. Yesterday morning in practice, they were chattering the rear tires. The car was very, very loose. They made a lot of changes to that car to make it right for Tony.
Tony Stewart has never finished worse than 15th on a road course in his Nextel Cup career. Looking for his second win here at Watkins Glen today, 8.5 laps away. His lead over Ron Fellows opening up to now 2.5 seconds as the Canadian Fellows puts in a game effort but is coming up a little bit shy.
And how proud would Tony Stewart be of this victory if he can look up in the mirror and see Ron Fellows, recognized as one of the best road racers in the country, behind him and unable to catch him.
I know Ron will be disappointed if he ends up finishing second to Tony, but boy, what a drive. He started last today. He's running second. So smooth, so good behind the wheel of these cars. And you heard the report from their team's pit about what a help that Ron Fellows has been to the corporation, Kevin Mannion saying. Ron doing a lot of work to help this team develop their road racing cars, which has helped this driver, Dale Jr., as well as Michael Waltrip. Go ahead, Matt.
Fellows has certainly helped the entire DEI road course program. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr., last 3 road course finishes, an 11th, a 3rd, and an 11th, working on another top 5 now. Now, to add to that list of items we told you earlier that's wrong with this car, add the brakes. He keeps telling his team, remind me to keep pumping up the brakes. They're trying to hold on for a top 5 finish, Marty.
Matty, what an outstanding day for Dave Blaney. Currently in the 6th position in his last ride in the 30 car. I talked to him earlier this week about what he might do after this week. He said he didn't know. He may work out things with Bill Davis, maybe go back there. But he said if nothing else, he can go be crew chief for his 10-year-old son, Ryan. They have had a terrific day today. The best finish the 30 car has ever had is a 5th at Michigan last year. Currently Blaney in 6th. Trouble on the racetrack. Bill.
Transmission trouble on the 24. Do you have any gears at all, Jeff? They're asking. I just got 4th. He just told them.
Wow, he's going to get passed by a lot of cars.
That's just, and they warned about that while he said, be careful, there was a long line of cars coming behind you. He pulls to the right, they'll zoom by on the left. Boy, what a disappointing day for Hendrick Motorsports.
Jeff's going to go from 4th to who knows where in the final 7 laps of this race. Mayfield just went by him, so Gordon's back to 9th and dropping.
Mark Martin looked like he got by the 30 car, but he might have made contact with the 30 doing it. Has some damage to the left front fender, some smoke off that left front tire on the 6.
Boy, Jeff really boxed these guys up behind him. Well, he's definitely going to go to 26th, if not a lap down before this is over.
Here's what Jeff said a minute ago on the team's radio.
Got any gears at all, Jeff? Right now I got 4. Got 7 to go. We're just going to take care of it as best we can.
Robbie Loomis and Jeff. And this racetrack in just 4th gear.
Oh,
that's going to be...
I don't even know if you can keep the minimum speed up in 1 gear around this place.
Just going to be slow. Ron Fellows has chopped a little bit off of Tony Stewart's lead. About a half a second. But, well, that's a lot to make up in a short period of time.
It goes back and forth. I mean, 1 lap, Ron Fellows will be a half a second faster than Tony Stewart. Then the next lap, Tony Stewart will be a little bit faster than Ron.
Last week, Ron Fellows won a sports car race at his home track, Mosport, Canada, driving a Cadillac sedan. He said that was a lot of fun, just throwing that car around the racetrack.
Ron is a 44-year-old from Mississauga, Ontario. That's outside of Toronto. Veteran of all kinds of sports car racing. Former Le Mans winner for the factory Corvette team. And
That was a really nice move of this 12 car. Did you see him just kind of get out of these guys' way and let them settle it? What's the matter with the 12 car, Dave?
Well, and even tougher to let them go over there, BP, when you're running 10th in the championship coming into today, and you're on the bubble for that chase to the championship. But Brian, all day long, brake problems. They spent numerous minutes in the pits after every pit stop trying to fix that brake problem. And of course, then the big ding on the door that almost sent him for a spin when Morgan Shepherd and him got together. It's been a long day for Newman.
Boy, it does make for a long day, Dave, when you have brake problems on the road course. Like I said, there's just nothing you can really do. You can try to bleed them in the pits, but normally that doesn't even fix it.
See what happened to Jeff Gordon, that transmission trouble. He goes from leading the NASCAR Next Come points back to second, 31 behind his teammate Jimmy Johnson.
And for Jeff Gordon, a warning from NASCAR to pick up his pace because he's not meeting that minimum speed you talked about, Wally, a minute ago.
Now, the third place car right now is Casey Mears, the 41 car. This lap for the next one is when he was going to run out of gas. Just want you to know that beforehand.
Okay. So Fellow's doing all he can to try and catch up to Tony Stewart.
Catching him is one thing.
Yeah.
Passing him's the other.
Well, he's chopped another 0.3 of a second off the gap. The time runs short.
Yeah, that 20 car just seems to me right now, I mentioned it earlier in the show, he's really got the car stopping well.
Tony Stewart, one win so far this year. That back at Chicagoland Speedway, a day that was not all pleasant for Tony. And I guess you could say today's not been all pleasant for him either.
It's been miserable for him. He wanted a relief driver. Boris said was down there, ready to get in the car, and he decided, well, I'll try to gut it out. And here he is, just a few laps from winning this thing.
A little bit faster on that lap was Ron Fellows.
Hey, Marty.
Yes, BP.
The 41 going to make it, you think?
He is going to make it, BP. I told you I've checked with Jimmy Elledge 3 times, and when you said that on the air, I went and checked with Jimmy Elledge for a 4th time.
Yeah.
And he said, tell BP, I think we're fine. Don't worry about us.
Okay, there he is.
He's still going.
He's still going. I agree with you.
Casey Mears in position in that 41 car to record his best ever Nextel Cup finish. 7th 4 times his best finish. He could get his first top 5 today if, as Jimmy and Marty say, he's got fuel to the finish.
That's right.
He's not going to run out of gas.
Okay. I would love to see him have his best finish ever. Because, and Jimmy Elledge, his dad worked with me many, many years ago. I'm pulling for these guys. But I think he's going to run out of gas.
We'll see. Well, here it is, 1st to 2nd. And that what will be the story at the end of the day here at Watkins Glen on the track. The championship standings may make the headlines tomorrow, but let's see who's going to win the race. Rod Fellows lost a couple tenths of a second to Tony
Like I
Stewart.
said, it's been going back and forth every other lap.
That last lap. Fellows a big fan and season ticket holder of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I think that Tony, he realized they told him there's 3 laps to go. I think he's reaching down and finding a little bit special to keep this gap between him and the 1 car.
And you got to make sure you catch traffic in the right place, not the wrong place, because he could catch a car in the wrong spot, and Ron Fellows will be there.
On a broader picture for Tony Stewart, he's got 4 top 5 finishes in the last 5 races, gained 100 points on Jimmy Johnson in the championship, and this team really building some momentum as we get closer to that 10-race chase for the Nextel Cup. Could be really, really tough to handle in those final races, Dave. Dave?
Hey guys, remember we talked about how cars sometimes, actually cars almost never fix themselves. Today, Tony didn't fix himself. Dr. John Glen helped him a lot by giving him something for his stomach cramps. Now, this is the doctor that works for the Brugos racing team, the sports car racing team that Tony raced with here at Watkins Glen on Friday night. He stayed over for this race as well, and when the call came in that Tony was feeling ill, he knew just what to give him. That's one thing that helped keep Tony in the car today.
That's very nice. Is that kid stealing the back?
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. You better get out of there quick.
I would not recommend doing that. Pieces fly off race cars. That's why they have those fences for you to stay behind.
He stayed behind it.
No, he stayed behind the guardrail. The spectator fence is another 10 yards farther back. Not too good. Coming to the white flag. What What a drive for Ron Fellows today from last to second, but Tony Stewart overcoming the cramps, staying in the race car. We knew he had too good a race car to give it up.
Man, I'm so impressed with this run today.
And now the white flag is up, and we're on the final lap here at Watkins Glen. Another 10 or so gear shifts, 7 corners plus the inner loop for Tony Stewart to find victory lane. We're assuming he'll find victory lane.
I bet he will.
Today.
And there goes the 41 car, Benny.
Yep, he's still running. White flag. Marty may be right. We'll see.
Well, can we say Jimmy was right?
Jimmy was right. Jimmy Ellis was right. Yeah, not Marty. Tony, very impressive today.
This is a team that has endured its share of ups and downs, the different things that happen to them, the controversy that seems to just build up and swirl around them from time to time. Last weekend at the Brickyard 400, Tony Stewart not able to come up with the result that he so badly wants at that racetrack. Brushed it off probably as well as he ever has. A disappointment at Indianapolis particularly. And here at Watkins Glen today, overcoming the physical cramps that have dogged him throughout the day, and he's going to ride his way to a dominating win. He'll lead half the race today and take his second Watkins Glen checkered flag. Tony Stewart is the winner. Second and a half margin of victory over Ron Fellows. Stewart leads 46 of the 90 laps. His second win of 2004. And his third victory on a road course. Look at Casey Mears wiggling it to the finish line. He ran out of gas just a couple of 100 yards shy of the checkered flag.
He made it to the end. Congratulations. He lost third spot, but he made it to the end.
Best ever Nextel Cup finish for Casey Mears. So Tony Stewart with his 19th career victory, he and the other top finishers when TNT returns to the Glen.